More than 24 million pesos worth of assistance has been provided for quake-hit victims in Mindanao. That's from the Social Welfare Department, Health Department, and the Office of Civil Defense. But more assistance is needed. What can we do to help? To tell us more about this, we have in the studio DSWD Spokesperson and Social Marketing Services Director, Irene Dumlao. Good morning, Director Irene, and welcome to New Day.
Good morning. Thank you very much for inviting us.
All right. Well, people affected by this series of earthquakes in Mindanao are crying for help. They're asking for the basics, really, medicine, food, and tents. The question is, are there really enough supplies reaching them? And are there problems transporting these necessary supplies to Mindanao?
Okay, first and foremost, what we would like to stress is that the local government unit is responsible in providing frontline services delivery, as mandated, of course, by the local government code. But of course, it is the responsibility of the national government, particularly the Department of Social Welfare and Development, to provide technical assistance and resource augmentation. As a matter of fact, the DSWD has already provided several food and non-food items, laminated sacks, tents, kitchen kits, hygiene kits, and other materials that are necessary for the victims or for the affected families and individuals in the quake-stricken areas in Mindanao. Apart from the family food packs and other services and interventions that we are providing, we are also coordinating with the local government unit, the Department of Health, for the provision of psychosocial interventions and stress debriefing, because we acknowledge that not all are mentally are equipped with mental instrumentalities to cope with the trauma that they have been and are currently experiencing. Apart from that, we are also assisting the local government units in managing the evacuation sites. We are issuing family access cards to individuals or families who are seeking temporary shelter in these sites. Well, yes, the funds of the Department of Social Welfare and Development is sufficient to augment these resources that are available in the local government units. We have standby funds, stockpiles that are placed in our field offices and of course in our central office.
All right. So far everything is running smoothly, you would say?
Yes, we are ready and willing, of course, able as well to provide services to the affected families in Mindanao.
All right. Well, data from the National Disaster Risk Reduction and Management Council show more than 8 million of the total assistance came from the DSWD. Can you tell us what this assistance was for? Like, how was that the 8 million broken down?
Okay, the total amount is actually given as food items. And aside from that, we are also giving financial and burial assistance to those affected in Mindanao. Apart from the food items, we have also what we account from this total amount are also the tents, the hygiene kits, the kitchen kits, laminated sacks, and the plastic water containers.
Okay, so what would you say are the most immediate needs? It would really be food and medicine.
Yes, food and medicine.
All right. Can you tell us what is the process of delivering the relief items? How long does it take for relief goods to get from here to Mindanao to the people who need it most?
Well, I would like to mention that we are very thankful for the assistance being extended by private companies in order to ensure a speedy delivery and distribution of all the relief assistance to the affected families and individuals in Mindanao. What we are doing now is we are collaborating with the provincial local government unit of North Cotabato so that we could centralize all of the items being distributed to our mga kababayan in Mindanao. And of course, our field office in Region 12, in Regions 11 and 12 are very active in coordinating with the local government units so that we could ascertain that all of the relief assistance are extended or given to those that are most in need.
Yeah, making sure it gets where it needs to be. Now, of course, you have your people on the ground. What is the feedback that you're getting from them so far about the relief operations?
Well, initially there were challenges because it was kind of difficult to reach some barangays in Makilala town because there are some roads that are impassable due to landslides. But with the effort being extended by other government agencies, we were able to bridge through and provide all of the necessary assistance to all those who are affected.
Would you say that the aid that is flowing to Mindanao is sufficient? Or do you think more aid is still needed to get to them?
Well, of course, on the part of DSWD, we have enough and sufficient funds. But of course, we appreciate the assistance and donations being provided by private groups and other local government units from Luzon and Visayas.
All right. When it comes to situations like this, is there a ceiling or some kind of limit as to the funds that can be used for the quake victims in Mindanao?
All right. Well, based on the assessment being done in the ground, no, we are, well, our social workers and all of the field personnel deployed in the affected areas are conducting rapid disaster assessment and needs analysis so that we could determine the additional interventions that are needed in the area. That way we could make the appropriate allocation for such needs.
All right. And is DSWD accepting donations at this time? If yes, how would ordinary citizens like us who would like to help go about it?
Yes, as mentioned by Sir Mark in his interview, the Executive Secretary has instructed that all of the donations should be coursed through the NDRMC.
Okay, so NDRMC, that's the avenue through which people
Yes.
should give. All right, thank you so much for being here. We do appreciate your time this morning. DSWD Spokesperson and Social Marketing Services Director, Irene Dumlao.